Good afternoon, people. This is the regular scheduled meeting and commission meeting of Griggs County for October 7th, 2024. I'll call the meeting to order. Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll do a roll call. Avriel?
Here.
Vincent? Eli, sorry, here. Rod? There's
Here.
By Zoom or by phone. Steph is here or not?
Not yet, but she will be.
They're trying to get Steph here in a second, and I'm here too, so. On that one. Give us a second here on that one.
To the meeting passcode, followed by the pound sign. You are the meeting host. Please enter your host key followed by pound.
I don't have stuff yet, so.
Don't have her yet?
Nope.
Well, always make a motion to approve
Okay.
the agenda.
You are in the meeting now.
I have a motion to approve the agenda. Well, first let's add, what do you want to add there, Sam?
I do need to add State Fair delegate,
Delegates.
Okay.
Okay, add state for delegates again, for like last year.
please. Yep.
And then I'm gonna add, we got Equalization sent out their final thing they sent out from the state, on that for all of us.
Yep.
So I'll read that from the State Board of Equalization later in the meeting.
Okay.
So I'll add that to it quick, don't take long.
So State Fair, or State.
Board of Equalization on that one. Anything else, guys? Dad, anything else think of? Okay.
And then Brian will
Oh,
be.
Brian,
will
yeah.
be on the old courthouse, new courthouse
Okay,
is
that's
what I
right.
was thinking.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I have a motion from Avriel to approve the agenda. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, thanks, Rod. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Okay, first thing is the approval of the September 23rd meeting minutes. Can we kind of take a peek through that, see anything else in addition?
Steph, can you hear me?
Any additions or changes?
I can hear you.
Wonderful.
Go ahead. Thanks, Steph. Do a motion to approve the,
Yeah, I'll make that motion. I'm sorry.
yeah, thank you.
I was just double checking a few things. But
No.
yeah, I'll make the motion to approve the meeting and dispense
For the reading, thank you.
I'll second that, Scott.
Okay, thank you, Rod. That one. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, bills. Approval to pay. Can you take a peek at these for me, please? Any surprises, Sam?
No. Nope.
I make a motion to approve the expenses.
Okay. I have a motion from Steph Headland to approve the bills. And speaking of that. Okay, never mind. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Anything before we approve? Anything else you can see other guys that looks out of place? Take a peek at it. Approve it here. So. Okay, barring none, we'll take a voice vote on this because it's money. So, Avriel,
Aye.
Eli,
Aye.
Zorn,
Aye.
Edlin,
Aye.
and Trampy votes aye. Motion carried. Thank you. Monthly office reports. Guys want to take a peek at this. They're the same usually as before usually, so usually not much difference. Anything else you think of on that?
Nope.
Yeah?
I'll be sending mine out as well too. So
Okay.
On that, Scott, then.
I don't think of anything, can make a motion to, we have to actually do the monthly reports, we usually don't anymore, do we?
I don't.
no, you
I
just review
Just
them.
review them, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. No,
That's
so
what I
we-
kind of figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Okay, anything else we can think of, guys? We'll just keep on going here. Next agenda is Sheriff Michaelis office report. Is not here yet.
Nope.
Amber?
Yeah.
Well, maybe she. You want to try to call her or whatever? Somebody want to call her?
I don't have her number.
Yeah, who's got- I do.
I should be able to just call the sheriff's office, shouldn't I?
That'd be good. I do have her.
789-0100, ain't it?
Good question. I don't know.
I can call her if you guys give me a second.
Okay, why don't you do that, Jamie, please? Okay.
'Cause I thought like one was 0100, one was
Yeah.
0200. One was
Well, while we're waiting for Amber, let's go to the Mr. Wayne Owen, please. From the County 8 and legacy funds and stuff. You want to have a couple things to talk about there?
County Road 8, got the signs this week, and put them together. I have to have a web meeting with the people to start them up, set them at 35 miles an hour so they
Okay.
flash and they go above that. And that, I can't get it until Wednesday this next week. Have an appointment set up, scheduled for that, so otherwise the signs were off and stuff.
Okay.
for that, so. They went up the other day and put the bases in, so all they have to do is bring the post up there and stick
Okay.
into the bases.
How's the road itself, Wayne? The gravel part, pretty good? Okay.
Slowing it down seemed to kind of help it a little bit too.
Pardon?
Slowing it down some kind of.
Oh, that's gonna help, you bet. Yep. And it's been dry, so of course it isn't, and it had packed pretty good before that, so.
Okay.
Legacy funds.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while. But anyway, I was given a little task to get some quotes for some compact skid loaders with the idea that we're gonna use the legacy fund to pay for it. Legacy fund is $98,417, $15.70. So I contacted 4 different equipment suppliers, Bobcat out of, that's Ironite out of Grand Forks, Butler Equipment out of Devil's Lake, RDO out of Moorhead, and Cooper Implement in Cooperstown. So I received back quotes. 2 of the equipment suppliers gave us 2 different size track skid steers. The more popular 74 horse were both Cat and John Deere, and then I wanted a larger one, so they also quoted over
95 horse.
95, and so we got those in, and I made and with those skid steers, there is 6 pieces of equipment. One bucket is usually sold with the machine, and so they were quoted with 1 bucket, some of them, most of them, and then the 5 attachments were separate. And I'll just hand these out. Take one of those.
Rod, you want me to take a picture of this and send it to you?
I've actually seen the numbers, Josh. I appreciate that, but I stopped by and I've looked at the numbers.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Pass it down.
Sure. Oh, I got all these blank sheets.
Wonderful.
How about you, Steph? You got?
Doesn't have one, I don't think.
I don't have one, so I'd appreciate text. Thank you.
You got one, Jambi's got?
Yep.
So, I'll wait for the chairman?
Yeah.
There it is.
Keep going.
So I got 4 quotes from 4 different suppliers. I made a sheet out here that
Right here.
Oh, here it is.
lists the quotes for each one. And on the sheet, I put them in alphabetical order.
Rod, can you see these sheets, Rod?
I've seen the numbers, and I've actually got it with me. I
Okay.
wrote them down,
Okay.
so I've got them here.
Okay.
I've done the math on it, and just kind of off of, not exact numbers, but what I seen by looking at the numbers when I was there is that going with large frames, obviously John Deere has got a medium frame. It's actually still a large frame machine. Large frame is the width of it, the weight of it. It's got a little bit smaller motor in it. I think it's down to like 77 horsepower versus 97 horsepower.
Go ahead.
But when you can compare apples to apples, if you compare the Bobcat 770 versus the Cat and the 97 Kubota and the Bobcat and the John Deere, the large frame, the Kubota's coming up with all the attachments, like right around $13,000 cheaper.
Yeah, I see that.
You know, and you know, I guess my opinion on this, and that's what all this is an opinion. But number one, we have Kubota. They haven't been in the skid steer business all that long, but they've built small tractors forever. The motors, you know, back when I ran Bobcats, we had Kubota motors.
Oh, you did?
I had,
oh.
Yep, that's what we ran was Kubota motors.
Hmm.
Had excellent luck with them. You know, we have an able to get a service right in town. And then it's, you know, we're buying right in town. You know, and I have demoed machines. I have never owned a Kubota, but I have demoed them from Cooper Implement there. I sure like them. They sit up higher. The floor, you know, the floor is like a Bobcat or a John Deere or a Cat. You're actually going to sit down into not the Butler, but the Cat seat is like a Kubota. You sit level, but a Cat, Bobcat, and John Deere, you both sit down in. So I personally like sitting up high. Your visibility is really well. To see the cutting edge, the end of the bucket, where you're at, you know, and that's really important for picking up, you know, running pallet forks, picking up pallets, seeing where the end of the tips of your forks are at. So, I don't know. I guess we're looking at money wise. You know, they're the cheapest and they're right in town and service and stuff. So that's kind of my vote.
Question for Rod or Wayne. I talked to you earlier about this. You can get those for ice and stuff. You get the different kind of tracks, right?
You can.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, Rod?
Yep. They got the C track on them now, and then they come with and the problem with that, not the problem, but I've run them both. The C track is tough. It'll last forever. On ice, they're not that good. In actual snow, they'll get about the same in snow, but they don't last in the summer. They're soft compound when you start skidding around,
sure.
Especially if you're going to do it. If you're going to do any kind of turning and stuff on brewing in the summertime, you'll tear up a set of tracks pretty quick.
Okay. Is it how much more were they, Wayne? The softer track, a couple grand?
I didn't check on that.
Is it worth pursuing this? Because we're looking at, you know, up here for snow and ice for cleaning the courthouse. That's one of the reasons we're getting it. You know, is it worth the cost? Is it worth the extra cost?
You know? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it's not as good, but if you're only going to be doing, you know, basically one or two driveways, I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
I think the cost would outweigh it to what it would cost you to when
Replace
you're tearing
it.
up, you know, replace it in the summertime, because the wear is drastically much more in the summertime.
Okay. Because it's off the track tread.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna add, and then same thing too. I know a couple people that have these Bobcats or Kubota. They love them. They don't have any issues at all with them at all
Okay.
whatsoever. I haven't heard one. You know, I'm sure there are ones out there that are lemons, like everybody else. But
Yeah.
you know, I know about 3 or 4 people that have them, and they have never had an issue with them.
We in Annetta run Kubota
Do you?
at the nursing home there, and we love it. The attachments are easy to use, easy to put on, take off. It's very durable. We have, and personally, it's local. If there's anything needs to be fixed or anything, we have the business is right there in town. So I have no problem with Kubota.
Okay. Any other discussion on this, guys? Any ideas? So if we go with, say, the Kubota one, we have 104,000, correct? That's the bid on it. So we have 90,
99.
Yep.
yeah,
So 104.5.
104, yeah. So we have 97, 98?
98,415, but I still have 7,300 left in minor equipment.
So we could
So that would,
use that for that.
that's a total of 105,750.
Okay. To pay for it.
Pay for it.
Okay. What are you guys' thoughts here?
I mean, what do you got a problem with Kubota? I mean, are you perfectly okay with them, or?
I'm just a person.
Well, I know, but
No.
I mean, it's.
I mean, all the equipment is good equipment.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at price,
Dollar-wise, yeah.
you know, for the taxpayers.
Well, I'm looking at the price, and I'm looking at, it's a local business too, trying to
Yeah.
support them.
The other equipment is excellent.
I just want, because since you and your
Kubota
guys are,
doesn't make a blade though.
they don't.
Yeah, well,
Because since you and your men are gonna be running it
Yep.
too, it'd be nice to get a little bit of a valued opinion from you guys too.
No, we haven't run one, I don't, yet. Have you, Brian? But I sat in it, that's all I did, because they had no one up there.
Yeah, they are slick machines to run, they're really slick.
It's a bigger frame one, looks just like the bigger cats and John Deere were, but. Pretty hard to turn down the local equipment dealer and the price. And all those attachments are gonna be so valuable for everybody, so much easier to clean the sidewalks, got a bigger snow bucket, and then we got the broom to sweep off, it's only just a little bit.
Yeah. the broom would really be nice for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a light dust and you go back with the broom and just clean it right off,
It'd
couldn't
be
you?
safer for the general public, walking, employees coming into the courthouse, so. Plus the brush cutter would be great for around bridge railings and bridge embankments. We can't get in with the other mower, you have to do it by hand.
Yeah.
Cattails, used to can cut a lot of cattails down with them.
Yeah, I suppose that would be kinda nice too when if you're doing some minutes, whatever, you can get something small in there to cut them down.
Yep, we have a couple drainage ditches that are along the county road, and we can get down in there. So it's cleared out for the spring, so it's no water there.
What is the warranty on this, do you know?
It's a 2-year warranty on the machines itself. The tracks have a 1-year warranty. And what year?
The cat skid steers, our standard warranty is 2 year, 2,000 hour bumper to bumper. And then any additional attachments is a 12-month warranty per attachment.
Could we buy extended warranty for the Kubota or any other ones if you want to?
I don't
I know through us you can purchase
Extended.
extended warranty out to 7 years or 7,000 hours
Okay.
in 500-hour increments or 12-month
Okay.
increments.
We also had payment plans set up. If you wanted to pay it off in 48 months or.
We came up with a 60-month payment plan for both of our options, and at the governmental rate, that would be at 5.69%. On the 74 horsepower unit, that would be just about $2,300 a month, and on the 95 horsepower unit, that would be about $2,400 a month.
We have that money.
Yeah.
Are we looking for a motion on this?
Yeah.
I'll make unless you want to, but I'd make the motion for the, Cooper implement Kubota.
Okay, Avery makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we'll do in discussion, guys. We'll do a voice vote in this, of course. In discussion. In discussion. Okay, we'll call for a voice vote. Avriel.
Aye.
Eli.
Aye.
Edlin.
Aye.
Zorn.
Aye.
Trombley votes aye. Motion carried. Thank you, guys. Yeah, well. Thanks, Rod, for your work on that.
No problem.
I appreciate that. You did a lot of background on it. So, on that one. You know skits here, most of us don't. On that one. Okay, is Amber here yet? No. Anybody know where she's at?
There's a fire northwest of Cooper's.
That's why she's at.
I'm wondering if she's at that call possibly.
Okay.
Jamie, did you get a hold of her at all?
Jamie. Okay. Well, let's
Should work on the COVID fund.
COVID funds. Let's go talk about that a little bit, I guess, guys. What do you think, Sam?
Department heads got together
Okay.
this past week. We
Wish list?
came up with kind of a wish list or, some ideas of, what we think would be good.
Kelly, you got something?
Well,
You have anything? Do you have anything concrete yet, or anything?
We don't.
Do you have any bids or anything like that, or what are you thinking of?
Well, we just thought initially you wanted ideas first,
Yeah,
and then
that's
we
what you
do
want,
have
yeah.
some that have prices attached to
Okay.
them. And we kind of we started out with what we put it in our ideas of kind of a priority, based on need and preference. So Wayne's got some preferences and the sheriff's office does, and I think they were the only individual departments that had anything. I think everything else was, the biggest thing that the biggest ticket item was the door access, security cameras.
Good.
And that's been discussed before. A couple years ago, it was.
Having that security, the cameras, the door keys, that accessibility,
Okay.
that was the number one on everyone's list, with the security for not just your employees, but for the citizens that come and visit. And, yeah.
mhm.
I think you can pull, I don't know if you've got your laptop, you can pull up your.
I didn't get that
It's a
spreadsheet.
Google share.
Do you want me to put it on the TV real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Could I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Got, October 21st is when we meet with the North Dakota DOT in
Okay.
Denmark. I'll
Okay.
be there.
Okay.
They sent out the program sheets today, but I don't think we have any changes. On that program sheet, it has a chip seal on County Road 19
Yeah, okay.
next year, and then it has the bridge.
Decker Bridge.
The Hannaford project.
Okay.
I still have my Zoom people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just switch the
That's for
inputs.
next.
Yeah.
They can still see
Okay.
us. And
And basically
They're-
next meeting there we'll have.
and then they're gonna discuss,
Okay.
Well, at the next meeting will be this meeting. That's the problem, is on the 21st is your next meeting, and then that's when the conference is, so.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can get that out of there.
That'd be nice.
Do we need a special meeting before then or not? Or, no.
Today's the meeting.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Travis, what do you got?
we went with Fletcher Watchman. They're the ones that do our panic buttons here for the courthouse already. We got a quote for the doors for doing key fob entry for that, and that's that 126,373 is what we got from them. Security cameras, we're at 38,606. We did get preliminary approval from a grant for the North Dakota court room.
Yeah.
Well, just, yeah, we
For the court.
did
Portion
put
of
part
it.
of it in our budget, but I haven't. The application process, it has to be in by the end of December, and we'll know by the end of January, beginning of February next year, whether we got approved for that. So that was $11,000. As far as the key access fob stuff to that is something that I can also apply for in the grant. Anything that relates to any rooms, access, anything to do with the space of the courthouse that the court uses, we can apply for grants for that. So it's a big ticket number, and we didn't budget for that, so
No.
the county would have to, pay, we'd end up paying 25% for it if we got approved. So, we didn't include those numbers. I think you put a note in there.
Put a
but-
note in there, so that it could reduce the price by a little bit. It would be whatever percentage the courtroom takes up, meaning how many cameras service the courtroom, how many doors service the courtroom. And from that, then we'll be paying 25% of that then as a matching fund. So we can get some of it paid for.
Which
through the
is
courtroom facilities.
technically quite a bit. All of these doors, this room, these doors, anything in the lobby, the courtroom, the clerk recorder's office, basically this whole intersection, I've applied for grants, anything that's related to this area, so. That was kind of the thing that we had all put at the top of the list, the security. I don't want to go into too many details, but security, like Amber has said it, the world is not getting
Safer.
safer. And again, it's not just for us, it's the citizens that come here. It's if you have meetings, it's if you have a jury trial, if you have court, if you we have several offices that have several different types of meetings here, so.
We only have one camera here, right? Then the sheriff's, that's only one?
2 cameras,
Two.
there is an issue with them, the white balance isn't functioning correctly, so they get washed out a bit
Okay.
during brighter times, so they need to be replaced. They're, same thing, 11 years old, 12 years old cameras, so.
So how would this work then? Would it be, the doors would be open during public time and they'd be locked after a certain amount of time? Or is there something where they come up, you'd buzz them in and go from there?
So the programming would be the external doors that are considered public access would open during business hours automatically.
Okay.
Just like the school.
Nice thing, yep. So the nice thing about that is there's no one having to go open a door or forget to close the door. It's all done automatically through a schedule. So then the benefit then too is after hours, if you need to go to the courtroom, you bring your badge, you buzz in, it's logged, so we have record who's coming and going in the courthouse for security, for audit purposes. And then it's also just simplicity for the employee. Instead of someone having to carry 2, 3, 4 keys to get around or more, we can do it via badge. And if a key's lost or stolen, we don't have to rekey every door lock, which is expensive. We just have to disable that one badge since it's unique to each one of that. Then
So then it would be all the employees, all that. Would us commissioners need to have one too then, or how would
yeah,
that-
we could issue you guys a fob then as well to be able to get in because like today here the doors are locked now.
Locked.
Yeah.
So,
They're
yeah.
not locked.
You
Oh,
unlock
I mean,
it.
guess the
Yeah.
like,
It's
side
public-
doors, back doors are.
public
So I
meeting,
guess
that's right.
that would be up to policy, I guess. As far as
Yeah.
I would assume yes. I mean, you guys are employees of the county. So in that price too, we did include it's the mobile credentials. So same thing with Steele County Courthouse is doing. I access their building from my phone now. So I just hold my phone up to the key fob, and then that access gets it.
That's not too bad.
So everyone has a phone.
Yeah.
So the reason I was thinking that is it's you still get an ID badge issue because that's going to be your photo ID for recognizing you as an employee of the courthouse, and then that works as a door access as well as your phone then too. So you have two methods to get into the building then. So, and the system also for on the security side for like the sheriff's department door prop notifications. So if someone propped the back door open, the sheriff's office could get a notification on that. They'd be able to see that the door is not secured.
I had a question. When
Yeah.
the wife cleaned, she flopped all the doors open and put some,
Alarms are going to be going on
So
everywhere.
we would look at the prop for external doors only.
okay.
So and then and those are all programmable. So obviously, we do have to keep that in mind, like, when you're cleaning it, you want the door, you don't wanna be going there. We don't wanna be
He
taking.
popped all the
Yeah.
office doors open and then
Right.
Yeah.
closes them as she's done.
It's a sense of like, you know, we can, the doors and the system will show it, doors propped, whether we act on that alarm or not is the question.
Right,
So-
like you would definitely, I mean, you'd wanna include the sheriff's office for sure on something like that, and external doors, but the other
You don't
rest of
do
them.
the external one, just the inside.
Internally, yeah, and then the inside ones, we could do those.
I don't
It's more
think
for
the
like,
sheriff's office should ever be propped open. That-
No.
you know, the sheriff's office.
That or
yeah.
that, you know, evidence, you know, stuff like
Yeah.
that, they're pretty,
Yeah.
pretty fussy about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't get into that one. There's doors I can't.
Yeah,
get
no
into.
one has keys to the evidence room
She
except the
opens all
sheriff's
the
office.
office, and all it starts with the,
Starts with
One
one
between
end
the
and just works
sheriff,
way down type
so
of
she
deal.
can, otherwise every time you come with a vacuum or garbage, you gotta key the door. so-
Well, that's the nice thing with the, like, when I was in, Stutsman County, they have their badge, and that is their their ID with their
Mm.
fob, whatever, and they wear it, and they just go like this, beep, that door opens for them, there's no keys,
Whatever,
so.
sure, have to deal with whatever you get, I guess. But that was one thing, if you do that and then the alarm starts going off.
Yeah, and we wouldn't, you know, it's all depend on how the sheriff wants to handle things on the security aspect. And a lot of it too, that door prop is idea, like, when we have court coming up. So they gotta start doing their security rounds, they can see if any doors are propped open at a glance, like, oh, we are locked up, so they're doing the rounds, looking for everything, so.
Okay, another question on that then, so, like, let's say she gets a notification, she's not here. Would she be able to watch on her phone or a laptop and see, like, she could pull the camera up and say, okay, here's why it's propped open, we're
Oh,
notified.
yeah, so, you know, that's where the camera system goes along with that then.
Okay.
So it's the same system I have on my phone for my properties. It's AI driven, so it can recognize humans. You can actually set up alarms.
Who do you go through? Jameson Communication?
No, you can't. We sell that camera systems.
Oh, you do? Okay. That's what my system is, Jameson Communication.
Yeah.
On
So
my
it's
phone.
you can set up a notification as far as, like, you know, 80%
Yeah.
positive this is a person just walked through the building, and you can sort and filter through that. So the sheriff's department is the only ones that we set up with the cameras on their phones, so they can actually look at the courtroom or the courthouse remotely if need be.
Yeah.
That price does, that 38,606 does include TVs in the sheriff's office that have monitors up at all times. So while they're working in their office, they can see the external cameras coming and going, the main public hallways, what's going on, to help, lessen that time if there is something going on or they see something suspicious, they can go address it sooner. That's kind of the idea to that, so.
I think out of that 38,000, I think it was close to 12,000 we budgeted, 11,000 something we budgeted for, the grant for the courtroom. So that does bring that ticket item down, you know, if we get the grant. But we could include, the doors in a grant as well. That's up to you guys if that's something you wanted to do.
So it'd be each individual office doors and all outside ones?
Yep.
Okay. That's not so bad. Pretty tight-knit system then.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, the Steele County has it, it's been working really well. We've been installing it here beyond the battery backups and then the generators as well too, so the likelihood of the system going down.
So like if, let's say we have a contractor here after ours or whatever, we give them a visitor badge
Yep.
and then they would have to sign something probably?
Yeah, we could say that badge is good for 10 days.
Because I know that's how it was when I worked for my previous employer. We did work at their court at the Steele County Courthouse.
Mhm.
And that's what we had to do. He gave us a visitor badge or
Yep.
something like that, so.
So yeah, we'd be able to do that for any vendors or
Okay.
any other individuals that would need access for that. And they could be, like I said, the card would expire after X number of days.
Okay.
We could say, oh, this is gonna be a 1-week project, so let's say 10 days that card expires. So when it's being set up, if someone forgets to delete it, it just automatically gets removed and no longer functions.
And then if they need to get back in or it gets
Just
longer,
they renew it again for another
they would
10
just
days.
have to come contact. Okay.
Yeah. And the sheriff's department would be the one kind of in charge of the security aspect of that, running through that. And I would assist them as far as, getting people set up into the system and stuff, so. And that'll be part of the new employee on board, they get a picture taken and get their ID badge and away we go, so. And that price does include the county shop too. Sorry.
Still have to call.
Rod, what do you think, or Steph, what are your thoughts?
It doesn't have to be any like
Yeah.
decisions making
No,
now
no,
or
I'm just
whatever,
saying.
but just kind of ideas and
I
start
think-
thinking about it.
yeah.
And we do have those money now, so I mean they don't have to wait until 2026. They can be spent right now. They just have to be allocated by this year and spent by 2026.
So maybe we should just put this on a table list for right now and keep looking at this for the next couple times.
Sure.
What do you think, guys?
What question I have is on
Go
the
ahead.
grant. Where are we at? I heard him talk about it a little bit. I didn't quite follow. Where are we at on a grant?
Kelly?
Yeah, is there any kind of an answer yet, or do we know what a dollar amount or anything like that?
So the application process is due by, I think it's December 31st, and that committee meets usually the end of January. They have a all-day meeting, and they process those grants that the counties have applied for. And so we should find out it's the end of December or beginning of February of next year. So this year we did a total grant amount of $11,000. And we would be responsible for 25% of that. So let's say we've applied for, let's say the total amount that the doors that would include for the courthouse, let's say our total grant amount is $75,000. We could, there isn't a limit, there isn't a dollar limit that we can apply for. And we would just be, we would be responsible for 25% of it if we qualified, so.
Okay.
Do the grants work that if we pay for it prior to that getting it, that
Yes.
they will not? Yeah. Okay. So we have. So I would say that we should apply for the grants, and then revisit and see after what they pay. How much the grants pay out. Does that sound reasonable?
That would be my recommendation, to try to offset,
Yeah, so.
or best utilize the ARPA funds as best we can with grant money from the court system.
I think you just have to decide this year where you're gonna allocate those funds. So if you do decide that you wanna allocate these funds for, we can still apply for it. And then if we receive the grant, then you would just have to, those excess funds, you just have to find something else that you would put that money towards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess, do we
So-
know the details?
I didn't I couldn't get logged into that website yet, but I'll keep trying because my password wasn't working or
So that's the question,
Yep.
for the ARPA funds, the requirement of earmarking them for this year, what detail do they need?
Yeah,
Do they need an
correct.
exact dollar amount, or can we go and say we want to do
For a certain
facility
project.
updates? How, obviously we want to do it correctly for everything, but, I want to also make sure we're leaving room for you guys to make decisions next year that, we got a grant for $50,000 to offset the cost of this, and, not lose that $50,000 of ARPA funds, that you can use it for something else you earmark. So maybe, does that maybe allocate funds? It's not guaranteed we're spending them. They're just
No.
saying
It's basically, try and allocate this much, as long as we can legally allocate that much, and whatever we have left over, see if we can safely put it towards.
And once
something
Samantha
else.
knows, what details we need to go on that, maybe this is a new point, maybe we don't have to put a dollar value in, we just need to say that we wanna do facility security updates, we wanna do X, we wanna do Y, and have that list together, and then as we're going through, we can start actually putting dollar values to those once we get the actual dollar
And
values.
we could break that down and try to figure out what that cost could be that we could apply for the grant, what would cover the area that we could use the grant for.
Yeah,
We
we
can
would have
work
to
on
know
that.
that before December for the
Yeah.
applicant anyway, so we could get you guys an idea of, what it'll cost without the grant, well, that's this, and what it'll cost with the grant, if we get approved for it then, so you would have the two
See if we
numbers.
can do that, that way we can get a little bit more hard nose,
Yeah.
and then, we can allocate some of this for somewhere else.
Go ahead, Rod. Go ahead, Rod.
Is this something that we need to get bids on? Or do we need? I mean, is there? Not saying this isn't a good program, but is there something we need to have bids to see if we can find a cheaper route?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I guess Electro Watchman is the one company we've always gone through, the security,
Okay.
door access control systems. I'm not sure who else would be in the community that does that, I guess. We could
That's where
definitely
we
look
have
in.
our other stuff through.
Yeah, they're currently in the building already, facilitating our other systems already, so it's kind of an add-on to what are they already doing, I guess. I don't think it'll hurt if we look into it and see what else is out there first.
Yeah,
off.
why don't you do that it's a public deal, you know.
Try and get at least a couple quotes, and then like you said, try and get
I don't
us-
think we're required to get quotes on
Because I
stuff,
think
but
it's
don't-
200,000 or more that you would
Yeah.
have to get bids,
Bids,
but
it's maybe nice to see what else is out there just to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other companies might
Yeah.
do door access control. I think there's one I'm trying to think of right now.
Okay.
But I'll yeah, I can get.
Do some homework on
Like I
this.
said, this is right now is just getting ideas
Yeah.
to you guys. So
Yeah,
we can
that's
start going through the discussion process.
Sam, what was the next thing? I can't think. Like, what else do you have?
Oh, so the next thing in line is the Amber's laptop. We've already
Yes.
discussed that in the last meeting.
Correct.
I put it in here because it's coming out of the fund, so I wanted to make sure, when we're calculating our totals.
that is in your packet.
Yeah, I see that, we
Um,
got it in here, so
Yeah.
you want us to talk about it because she's not here, so
Are you
you're
good?
it.
Are you good to go ahead with that purchase of that laptop
For Amber?
through the COVID funds?
So it's 11, I got the first bid for $1,100, right?
That's for the
Docking station, and then we got the laptop for like 3,000, correct?
3,000 and a little bit change. That's directly from Dell then, so. Yeah.
So it's 1,100 plus 3,000.
Yeah.
roughly.
And then the
4,100.
labor and materials to install it. So that's going to be, once we start putting it in the actual equipment.
The vehicle.
That $5,500 is the estimate we gave Amberly as won't go any higher than this for.
To put in the vehicle.
Put in the vehicle. And we actually, when I quoted the laptop, it was at $3,400. They came back at 3,000 some, so about $400 savings. So that really should be $5,100 so we got it $400 cheaper here when we got this updated quote from them.
And the idea is this will put it into the new vehicle we get after the first year, correct?
Yeah, and
That's the idea. Or do you want to get, or do you want, I suppose you want to put it in the vehicle right now, it's kind of a waste of time, correct?
It would be depends on when they get the vehicle.
Yeah.
I kind of let that up to Amberly. The dock and everything can be moved from vehicle to vehicle. So that's nice thing with those.
It's an easy
They're
transfer
modular.
type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like it's set for that. It's
Okay.
the bottom plate is the only plate you get custom for each vehicle. That's what actually hits the motor or the seat mounts. Everything
So-
else, the pedestal, everything else is the same then. So.
And that's not too expensive.
No, and that's usually included in like with the
So like,
cost of the
so like
outfit
my
delivery.
scenario is this, okay, let's say we get this for Amber and it comes next, how, week, 2 weeks it comes for at most?
The laptop should be within a week. The docking station is what takes up to 3 to 4 weeks to get those.
Okay.
They're from Havis. They're a little behind on manufacturing for them.
So I guess my question is, we do put it in our wonderful piece of, cooler pickup that's ready to fall apart. Is it worth that, or we'll just wait till after the first? That's my question.
Yeah, and I think I'd probably leave that up to Amberly. See
Yeah.
what her thoughts are, whether she wants. Obviously, if we put it into this vehicle and then move it, that's an additional labor cost. So,
Correct.
If we're doing it relatively soon,
Soon.
her laptop will get once we get the laptop in, we'll set it up and she'll be able to use it. Just
Yeah,
have
for
a
here.
dock,
Yeah.
and she'd be able to have in the vehicle in a sense, but not as easily without a docking station. But
Okay.
I kind of, like I said, I would leave that up to her and make that decision if that's
Yeah.
something she would absolutely need for her job. As far as the nice thing, the laptop allows for the dispatch to track all officers and her to be able to talk with them. So it's GPS function. It is a security feature, and it allows them to be able to see where that actual officer is, and then the other officers be able to see each other too.
Okay.
So if the other officers are coming to a call and they see Amberly, like she hasn't responded, like they would be able to go drive to her. So it is a safety concern. So
Correct.
Like I said, that's why I would leave it up to her for making that decision. And then the next thing on the list, I guess, we had Dalton's vest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys discussed that at all.
No, it's the first I've heard of it. Go ahead.
Okay. I think the Dalton does not have a vest that's actually fitted for him, in my knowledge. I know I'm speaking for
I think
Amberly
that's what
through the
Amber said at the
meeting,
meeting was that
but
I think she was gonna look or something like that, and she was gonna get back to
she
us.
was gonna double
And
check on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Does he have? He has a vest right now, correct?
He's using someone else's.
He's using
prior
someone
vest.
else's.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
fit right.
it doesn't fit right, and you also.
Because those are custom, they custom fit them to them, and they
Mhm.
do have an expiration date on
Yeah,
them.
I knew that part.
So.
Yeah, so we want to make sure we have our vests are actually within for
Top,
that then. And then the next one is the Amber's car equipment. So this is going to be her in-car camera system from Axon. and then the lights and sirens for the
New one.
the new car then.
Correct.
So I think her vehicle budget is paying for just the vehicle itself,
It was,
but actually getting it outfitted and rigged, that's where that 25 comes in on that. then.
I think that stuff is all in your
We-
packet as well.
yeah, we have, so I guess, I get the first question, should we approve that, the laptop guys? I guess that's what you get
I
that.
think we should at least do the laptop.
Yeah, get that going.
Machine like that. Anything else from there, we can go by what she feels necessary.
Get
But
that
that's-
moving.
Does that sound good to you, Rod?
Yep.
Okay, do I have a motion to,
I'll make a motion to have the laptop ordered, if that's the right motion.
for $1,100 and then for $3,575. To a total of 41 something, right, guys? I'm not good at math, right?
Yeah, because it was that in the base.
The material
Plus-
labor.
yeah, plus net- plus
install
the-
would be no more than $5,100. So
So that would, so the sheriff's laptop for 5,100 then.
Okay,
up to 50.
Up to
up to
51.
okay, everything. Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Rod Zorn. Okay, any discussion, guys? Any discussion? Any discussion? We'll take a voice vote because it's by dollar figure, so. Avriel, Eli,
Aye.
Edlin, staff, Edlin. Oh, well. Zorn,
Aye.
Trombley votes aye. Motion carried. Thank you, guys.
And then, yeah, just on some of that other stuff, just try to get some other
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
Or at least something a little
Yeah.
bit more solid.
Get up to solid, and we'll just,
Yeah, this
we need to talk about this, to
Yeah.
table it. We'll work on this, you
Yeah,
know.
like-
Steph, I can't hear you. She's trying to talk.
I can't hear her.
She's talking, but I
Is
can't
she?
hear
Oh,
her.
you know what? I bet I did hit the wrong button.
Oh, I bet you did too.
Yep.
She's been trying to talk this whole time.
I won't go there.
She's got so much to say.
Okay, switch the video and the audio. Okay.
Okay,
That
can
was
you
it.
talk now?
Oh my gosh, I've had so much to say.
Sorry about that stuff.
My bad.
Are you gonna fight us on the motion we just made then, or what?
So would I.
Okay. So, okay, let's see here. So, anything else, guys? We'll move on to the tax director's laptop, next one.
Sure.
I guess do you want to discuss other project we have listed, I guess, or
Can we do it the next meeting? Can we do that on that one?
the if there's anything in here that we would want.
Because we got, it's 5:24 now.
Something on there that you feel that's
Yeah.
extremely necessary, or is it
Yeah, so
something
the
you
cell
would-
phone repeater in the sheriff's office is
It's
gone
bad.
out. We placed the battery on, or the power supply on that, and it's
Yeah.
out again. So that's what actually allows the sheriff to actually be able to make phone calls in their offices. So that's currently not working.
So-
I think Wayne said too, his isn't working.
Repeater isn't? So how much is that one?
10,685
Oh, great.
for both repeaters. So if you don't want to do the road one, or want to discuss that later, we can take that out, just cut it in half. So that's 5,342 for replacing the repeater here at the sheriff's office for that.
Do you need yours, or?
Well, we've been without it for quite a while now. We have to go outside and use our cell phone or stand by the wall in the main building.
Well, I know that the sheriff's is
Sheriff's.
an important one.
Yeah.
It's,
They get all their dispatching through their cell phone.
Yeah.
That's,
They can
Okay.
call our landline, so.
And I know we can all, repeat what Amber said too, when we talked about this, and I've talked to her when she's been in there on her cell phone, and it's bad. So,
Okay.
The unit worked well. It's same thing. It was put in when the building was installed 11 years ago. And
Okay.
it needs replacing. So
So where are we, so
well,
where do we get the money out of that one for? Where should we rob from?
I think
COVID,
we-
okay.
COVID funds, just
Okay.
because we got the funds available, let's just use that. I understand other stuff, but this is something necessary. We could, if you want, we could just do the sheriff's and then if Wayne feels, if he wants to try and push for one, next,
Let's see what's,
yeah.
I mean, if there's
see
funds
if there's any
available,
money left or whatever.
Okay.
after allocating other, maybe that's something that's, put at a lower priority, but
Yeah.
the commission can make that decision,
Okay.
when that comes down. But yeah, I definitely recommend replacing the one for the sheriff's
Okay.
office. That is,
Rod, Steph, your thoughts?
I think it's necessary. Are we looking for a motion?
Yeah. Motions, thoughts, what do you guys think of the repeaters?
I make a
Rod?
motion to purchase the repeaters with the COVID funds.
Okay, we have a motion on the table to repeat from Steph Edlin.
For how much would you say?
55,000?
$5,342.50.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, second by Averill. Well, another voice vote, because it's money again, so. Averill,
Aye.
Eli,
Aye.
Edlin,
Who seconded the motion?
I did.
he
Okay,
did.
thank you.
Zorn. Rod. Zorn. Hello? I'm doing good today.
He's still here.
Rod. You hear me? Rod. Rod?
Must be having connection issues or reason.
Must be. Anyway. Well, can't get a hold of Rod, so we'll just Tranby votes yes. So, motion carried. Thank you, guys. Is that it then? Travis?
Yeah, we can
right now.
discuss other, this is
That's
ongoing discussion.
we have 6 o'clock. We gotta,
Yep.
so we gotta
Understand
move
that.
along here. So,
I say Wayne's here.
We should take Brian.
oh,
If you had some questions.
okay, Brian.
Old
Yeah,
courthouse, new courthouse?
yeah. No, new courthouse, old courthouse. Go ahead, Brian.
There's 2 dead trees on the east side of the building here, and there is a tree service in town. And I talked to them, they said they'd take both trees down, haul them away and grind the stumps for $1,250. If I could get them to get rid of them 2 dead trees.
Trees.
And they're in town, so they'd probably get it done as
Quick as possible.
They're dead, they gotta come
Do
down
we have-
anyway.
Go ahead, Steph.
Do we have funds in the courthouse?
I have got, there is $1,000 in my budget for equipment, we could use that, and then I'd need another 250.
We can either get that from COVID or even get that from our emergency, if anything.
No, we could use that out of general courthouse if you wanted.
Okay.
Try him again. Get Rod back.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go.
Okay. We tried to get hold of you, Rod. Sorry.
Yeah, my phone, anyway, I couldn't get it to come off of mute. I had to just hang up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had. We approved that repeater. You heard what you were talking about in that?
Just-
Yeah, I heard. I could hear you fine, but I couldn't answer.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just for the sheriff's office.
Sheriff's
and
office.
Then the other one, we'll wait and see what we got
Right.
left over for the county shop. So,
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
but,
Who's the tree service in town?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian. He's looking.
Oh.
Hang on.
Brian Edwards, Ground to Sky Tree Service. I think they're Valley City.
You heard of him before, Rod?
No, I've not heard of them.
They're,
No.
they're in town now doing trees. I seen him, so I just stopped and asked, and he come up and looked at it and sent me the text, and he said it'd be $1,250 for removal of both trees and grinding the stumps and cleanup.
You're in the business, Rod. How much? Does that sound reasonable?
$600 a tree, basically. Stumps are $100 a piece. That's 200,000 for the trees. Yeah, I suppose everything has gone up, but question for you,
Go ahead.
Brian. Just to bounce it off there, but if you guys were to get the new skid steer, is that something you guys could do?
Well, like I
And
say,
then
we
just
could
hire the stumps done? I've looked at the trees; they're easy falls.
Well, if they go the right
But-
way, I guess if we had to, we could probably do it, but then
You
you
know,
have to get the stumps.
I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, but you know, there's nothing around them. You know, they'll fall. They should fall easy, but like I said, I don't want to see anybody get hurt either.
Well, there's, could fall, if they have a bad fall, it could hit the building.
The courthouse, you mean, or the
Yeah,
new courthouse?
The new courthouse.
New courthouse.
Yeah. If they happen to go the wrong way, they could, you'd have to lay them just perfect. And I don't know, I'm not good with a saw.
That's all there is.
It's all.
You know, I'm not going to dispute you on that, Brian, but I think from what I looked at them, we'd have to block the street, but I think they both will lay right to the street. But
There is one tree to the east of them. So you'd have to miss that one to hit the street.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Has this guy? Does he? I mean, is he like licensed and insured or anything? I mean, when these new guys start up, it's always, you know, most of them don't ever have any insurance.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know.
I don't know now.
He's licensed and insured. I don't think he'd have to be being in town doing this stuff. Because they had a boom truck over and they were topping a tree in the yard when I talked to him.
Okay.
Brian did have $1,000 in his budget, you know, you know.
Yep.
So it's not like it's. Then what was the name again, Brian?
What's that?
What was the name again? Eli? Brian something?
Sky to
Ground
Ground to Sky Tree Service.
Oh, interesting.
Brian Edwards.
What are you guys' thoughts on this? Steph?
I don't have a skill to cut down any trees nor the knowledge of it, so I personally wouldn't. If you're not in the business of it, I don't know what to say. I personally would purchase it because I don't know how to remove a tree myself.
The only thing is like if something happens, does our county insurance cover that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm saying if something does happen.
I can do it, but I
Right.
can't guarantee what's gonna happen. That's just it.
Yeah. That's what my biggest fear is. It's our county insurance being like, yeah, you're not covered to do something like that.
Under our insurance fund, I suppose.
Yeah. Especially when you land on the roof of the courthouse or, God forbid, hit somebody's car. Or even somebody's.
Mm-hmm.
They out of Valley City.
I thought he said in Valley City.
There's a Ground to Sky LLC that's registered with the state of North Dakota. It's in active and good standings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's one that's.
Thank you, Travis.
Well, I got two.
Kelly was doing it, so I just got it quicker.
You can search North
Exactly.
Dakota Secretary of State. You can check licenses to see what kind of.
Thank you.
So he is insured?
Yeah. Well, it looks like, right,
Okay.
Kelly? Yeah. License.
To have a
Status,
license,
it shows.
You gotta
status
be bonded
inactive.
through the state to have a license.
This says, if
Yeah, you
this
know
is
that.
it, it
Hey,
says
Kelly.
status inactive.
is it a voluntary one?
Yes.
So then, yeah, they moved it to a new filing, is what I think they did.
He
If
could've-
this is the person I'm looking
It
at.
could have been just a regular and then changed it to an LLC. I know that does happen a lot.
Yeah, it's at my company, so it became
Yeah.
inactive under the one name, and then
'Cause,
an LLC is a whole new name and a whole new
Mhm.
filing.
You see Brian?
I just found Ground to Sky.
Yeah, that's
LLC.
what I found too.
I know your cousin did the same thing when he switched to an LLC, Matt.
Yeah.
I make a motion to have the trees removed.
There's motion on the table to have them removed. Do we have a second?
I'll second it if he's, yeah, it sounds like he's insured and everything else, so.
Okay.
Especially since you sound a lot more confident about having him do it then.
Okay,
A
discuss.
little more the open, river bottom, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. Any discussion, guys?
A second.
Second was by, who?
One question I have is,
Go ahead, Rod.
there was a tree this spring that was removed on the corner there by the city. What's the the rule of thumb is 20 feet. 20 feet from the boulevard in is owned as city property. Are we cutting down trees that belong to the city?
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't take them if they were. Because they took the one between the sidewalk and the street. They didn't take these two that were.
Well, these were at the time. I looked at them, when they did it, and these were still, not completely dead yet. There were still some green.
These
So they took
any leaves all summer.
Right. No, they look sickly. I agree with you. They do, but they weren't as dead as the one that was there. Let's put it that they took down.
No,
But
I get what you're saying, Rob. Pretty much, does it belong to the city? Are we going to cut down one of their trees and get stuck?
Right. Because I'd almost bet money on it that if we measured the 20 foot from the boulevard rule, that they'd be the city's trees.
I don't know exactly how far.
Okay.
We can kill this motion and then see.
Yeah, you can.
I just don't want us to spend $1,200.
Sure.
They're not our.
Yeah.
You could make a contingent on determining if it is on our property, because I'm assuming this guy's leaving at some point.
I don't know when he'll be in town in a couple of days, I suppose. I don't know how long he'll be here, I don't know.
So we have one motion is all?
Yeah.
Just from Steph. Nobody seconded it though, right?
I seconded.
Oh, you seconded, okay.
You seconded it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did
Okay.
second it, yeah.
I thought you
I
made the
suppose we can't
motion.
change the motion either, like you said.
You can just all vote no on it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Run the vote.
Yeah, run the vote, okay. Since it's money wise, we better vote by voice again, so Avriel,
Nah.
Eli,
Nay.
Edlin,
Nay.
Zorn,
Nay.
Trombley votes nay. Motion failed. Okay. So we'll just do some more. We'll do some more checking on that, Brian, please.
See the distance.
Distance, yeah, please. Good point, Rod.
If he checks with the city, I think they should be able to tell him, and he'll have to check with the worker. I wouldn't go into the office, but
With Dave?
It's always been
Dave Ludwig.
Dave should know.
Yeah, Dave would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rule's always been 20 feet. So
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Tax director laptop. Travis, you got information on that one?
Yep, I told you guys hired a lady as a contractor for doing the work on that. I guess in discussion with Jamie and Samantha, I made a recommendation that we issue her a laptop for doing the work. What we can do then is actually install the VPN and have access to our file server, sign her Griggs County email address for doing the work. That way everything's on our network, our management, and then the backups get done properly for that. So I sent Samantha an invoice, I guess, today, this morning, for $1,437.70. That's for the laptop and the docking station for hooking up in that office. Then she can be able to work here, unhook it, and then go work from home or work from the road. Right,
That stuff connected to our server.
Yep. So as long as she has internet access, we'll get her set up on the VPN from the state of North Dakota,
Okay.
and then she'll be able to access all the file servers here. Any sensitive documents that come in to any of the offices, whether it's Samantha's auditor's office, treasurer, they could be saved on the server, and then she would have encrypted access to that. So that way we're handling sensitive information for taxpayers properly then for that. So.
And for training, or if we find someone as a replacement, she's just got to turn that laptop over.
Yep, the laptop is the property of Griggs County. It gets turned back into us, and we assign it to whomever is hired or what we go forth in. So.
Sam, do we have any in the money budget for that in the tax director's thing?
Give me one.
Yes, may you look for me, please?
I'm not sure if this would be a good fit for the ARPA funds too.
That's true too. I'm just seeing what you know.
Yeah, understand.
You know.
I'm just worried about bringing those up. I would rather save all the hybrid funds for the large stuff.
Larger
and then
projects. Yep,
go off with little
understandable.
stuff.
think we'd have the whole entire tax director budget still available since we haven't started using it yet this year. And it's already October.
That is true.
You're right.
We haven't used any of that.
Did we carry it straight over for next year though?
No, when you budget stuff, you budget as if you've spent 100% of this year's budget.
Yeah.
So, right now we have not spent a single cent out of that budget. There is still $42,080. But we haven't started paying Linda, but obviously we're not going to pay
No.
all of that.
Nope.
So I guess that's up to you.
Okay. That would work.
There would be a few hours of labor to set the laptop up.
That's-
That would be billed out under, but
Okay.
that's the cost of actual
DNA.
hardware then, so just so you guys are aware.
Okay. Okay, guys.
I'll make the motion for the laptop. How much is the dollar value again?
1,100.
$1,437.70.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Oh, any discussion? Any discussion?
I guess I probably need to say something.
Go ahead.
I think I probably should caution you guys on spending all this money. If the state is going to require the county to reassess, I don't know if you guys know how expensive that's going to get, but if that's something that we have to do, I think this county probably should look at trying to save some money. Nelson County looked at having Vanguard come in and reassess the county, and it was $400,000.
Correct, yeah.
So unless you want a bunch of people standing in front of the courthouse, pitchforks and torches, I think you guys better slow your roll a little bit.
The only thing is, Jamie, she does need a tax or a laptop to run it, unfortunately, you know.
And that's coming out of her budget.
Her budget, it's already in the budget.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is don't be looking at budgets and saying that there's a pile of money, because you guys are going to have some expenses that are going to pop up that are going to surprise you, and they're going to be super expensive, and then you're going to be wondering where to come up with the money from.
Mm-hmm.
What did David have? How did he do it?
He had a laptop, right?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
never renewed it once that position was vacant. So that laptop never got into the rotation of a new laptop. So
Yeah.
his old one was recycled, and then just never purchased a new one until now we actually have a position in the office. So
I think I guess what I'm trying to make a point of is that I don't see what's wrong with the laptop for the tax director, but don't think that the county has a pile of extra money to go spend, because we have these expenses that you guys don't know that are probably going to be coming up if the state's going to require us to reassess property, which I don't agree with, but that might be something that's coming, and that's going to cost the county a pile of money that we may not have.
So you're thinking maybe we should do it out of the COVID funds instead on that one then, or what? Or
there's monies in the tax director funds to use it there. I would still use the tax director funds for that. Because once the end of the year comes, we don't roll any money over. I mean, it's not like she gets that money the tax director part gets that money next year. We start out with a whole new year.
That money's still in the county, Stephanie. It's not a race to see if you can spend that money by the end of the year. That's not what we do for the taxpayers.
Correct, Jamie. It's something that she needs.
yeah, like I said, I just want to make sure, like, if Jamie's bringing that point up, which I'm not agreeing or disagreeing, it's just, is it smarter to take it out of the COVID fund just in case for that reason? That's the only thing I'm questioning.
I guess my point is it's not to fight over $1,100 laptop or whatever the cost of that is. I'm just making the point that the money that the county is sitting on, it shouldn't be just a rainy day fund where we just decide to spend the money, because there's going to be expenses to come up. I think spending the money wherever it comes from for the laptop is okay, but to go and search out places to spend money when we could be potentially be having a big bill come up, that's when we're gonna run into problems.
Money's gotta be.
It's gotta be spent by, it's gotta be allocated this year and spent by next year.
Yeah.
or
That's what I'm worried about.
Right.
Is
Right.
Do we know when that is coming down from the state potentially? I mean, could you allocate? I guess that's the question as far as that.
Well, I'm gonna read something for you. It came from the State Board of Regulation. Next item here, since it's right to it.
Okay.
The letter came, I'll
Okay,
read that.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait, Scott, we have a motion on the table.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, that's my next thing, but anyway, so we have Josh, who's got the first motion again? Josh?
Zero, to approve the purchase of a
And
county
then,
laptop.
and then who's the second is Steph, right?
I
Who's,
don't-
who's got the second?
I
Steph?
don't have a second.
Do we have a second or not?
Yeah,
Yeah, staff second.
Steph seconds, I thought so.
yes, step second.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a voice vote here. Okay. Avriel,
Aye.
Eli,
Aye.
Steph, or Edlin,
Aye.
Rod,
Nay.
Trimby votes yes. Motion carried. Okay. Next question. Okay, let's go. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna read this. Let me.
And I mean, like, worst case scenario, if we have leftover money from the COVID, we can redirect that, can't we, towards,
I think that's what Samantha's gotta look into as far as what is the reporting guidelines for this year. So it has to be allocated this year.
yeah, but I
And
mean,
what does that actually mean within their system? You know, can you list that allocation, and even if you don't use it, not, you know, she'll have to get details on that, but.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, I'll read this. This came from the state board met here last week of utilization. I'll read it, what their letter is here on the bottom here. So, the Property Tax Division staff proposes that the State Board of Equalization approve the 2023 values for the tax year 2024. The Property Tax Division staff proposes that Griggs County be given extension of time until February 1st, 2026 to complete the reassessments that the 2023 State Board ordered to be completed. If Griggs County decides to hire an assessed entity to complete the countywide reassessment, entity must be hired by December 5th, 2024, and a report must be made by the county to the State Board of Education by that same date. Is that what you're talking about, Jamie? Jamie, is that what you're talking about for the expense? Jamie?
Okay, Scott?
Yeah.
Yes, we do need that. I think that should be added to our list of items for the COVID funds and visit with Linda as to how to address that now that we have that letter.
That's what I just read. So anyway,
Yes.
okay.
so we have to look at assessing everything.
Well, that's what Jamie is implying, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
That's what the letter kind of says, right?
I don't agree with what the state has said, but
Okay.
if that's something that we're gonna be required to do, and I just found out about the letter today, that's expensive. Like I said, Vanguard was gonna do it in Nelson County and it was over $400,000.
Yeah, I think.
The taxpayers are gonna have to pay to raise the values on their property. So, I don't know, it's a lot of money, that's more than what our COVID funds are, so that's why I caution to not just look for places to spend the money, is that you've got that coming up.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree with Jamie. I think we need to, as we're looking at the COVID funds, we need to allocate it. We do need to have conversation with Linda as to, since she is familiar with the assessments and stuff like in that area, we should have her let us know the steps and what we need to do to comply with this letter.
Well, I guess my concern is that maybe none of the COVID funds should be used until this is taken care of, or at least we have some idea what it's gonna cost the county, because it could be a terrible deal for the taxpayers.
Because even with the COVID, if we use up all that, we still on the hook. Let's say it's 400,000, we're still on the hook. 68,000. So
Okay.
Yeah. I suppose, so what would be the best way to do it? Just pause everything and then?
Well, I think you guys we just wait until we figure out where that's coming from. I mean, that's just like everybody coming up with in their household, if they have an extra $50,000 expense that they can't cover, you're gonna have to figure something out. So yeah, I mean, I think it's, the money has to be allocated by the end of the year.
Correct.
That doesn't mean, I mean, we've got time. It's only October. If we can determine what we need to do or what things are going to cost before then you guys can figure out what you want to do with it. But till then, I think that's the best thing to do is deposit.
All right. Sounds fair.
We'll look into it, Jamie. Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Anything else
I
in
didn't
this?
know
In
anything
this?
about that ladder.
Yeah, well, that just came out today. It actually was, so. Anything else, guys? No, we can move to the next subject here. District 1 Commission meeting appointment. Right now it's open right now. And is there any time limit on that, Jamie? I've tried a couple people and I didn't, no luck, so.
Well, no, I think you guys just said you were going to address it at the next meeting.
Yeah. We're looking, I guess, I just thought I can say, shoot.
I thought we said we left it open until the 15th of October or something like that.
I think it was open until the 15th of October, and if there's no applicants that are suitable, then you guys can
Keep going?
pick someone or continue leaving it open. That's fine.
I know, I'm just trying to, I'm reading it brought up as
I mean,
just,
Time is kind of the essence. It'd
I
be
know.
nice to have someone in that position. I'm
I agree.
guessing Maddie would feel the same way.
Yep.
But I mean, that's another week out. I'm guessing that you'll have more applications. Everybody's probably I shouldn't say everybody, but there are people that may be interested that are in the middle of harvest.
Okay.
So I guess when I apply for something, it's usually in the last day or two.
Okay.
I would guess you'll probably get some more then too.
Okay, hope you're right. So, right now we have nobody supplied, right, Sam?
We have one.
Oh, we have one?
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't know that. So, okay.
So we have a week and they gotta apply within a week, and then what would we do next meeting? We pick that, or do we have to have a special meeting, or how does that go?
Oh, we'll just, I don't know.
No, you guys are set up to appoint at your next meeting if
Okay.
there's somebody that,
Okay.
yeah.
So, anyway, okay. We'll leave that one. Old courthouse, new courthouse? Anything, guys?
You guys talked about the trees,
Yeah,
but
Trees, that's it,
Like,
yeah.
He's gonna go measure.
Yeah. Okay, nothing there, guys? Any future business you wanna put on?
So I guess I've got one question for you guys. You guys were gonna stop and put everything on hold. Are you guys going to undo the previous motions, or how are you going to handle that?
No.
We're gonna leave the motions where they
No.
are.
No.
Because a lot of that stuff is needed.
Needed,
We
yep.
need a repeater, we need a
Need this,
laptop,
yep.
and then,
It was just those two things, wasn't it?
no, there was three there.
There's
and then
three.
There's 2 laptops and the repeaters, the 3 things that we
Oh,
approved.
yeah.
you didn't approve the, oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yep, the two
Tax
laptops.
director
and-
laptop came
Yep.
from her budget though.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, her, out of hers, so it was just the two.
Just
It was
two,
just
yeah.
Amber's laptop and the repeater for
Yep.
the sheriff's office.
Yep.
So, and those are needed.
Those are needed, yes, I agree. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Any other future business? We gotta wrap this up because they're just about 6 o'clock. So. Anything else for next time to put on there, Sam?
I don't have anything. You guys will talk about the new, or the district commissioner appointment at your next meeting.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't have anything.
Okay.
How about this, that they're talking about? This,
Yeah, we can put that on there, yes.
What's
on
that?
the equalization thing for the reassessments.
Okay,
We'll
yep,
put
so
that
you
on
want
there.
Linda to come to your next meeting?
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be work.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys still want me to keep continuing like the grant application?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Just so we can get
Yes,
numbers.
yeah,
just in
please,
case.
yeah.
Where it's not like.
Well, we're not,
Committed.
there's no approvals going on.
No,
just
but at
so we
least
can
get it going.
numbers.
No,
Okay.
and I wasn't expecting that, just like I said, we want to get for the allocation,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
assume the more you can have more, you just come spending it, and
Okay.
just make the decision what you need to cut out.
Okay, anything else, guys, about the future business? If not, somebody else gotta do that thing I used to do all the time.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second to adjourn?
I'll second.
Second by Steph. All in favor?
Aye.
Same sign. Motion carried. We adjourned at 5:59 on October 7th, 2024. And the next meeting will be at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Special meeting at 6 o'clock for the budget.